Hello and welcome, it's Ruth here at Artful Stampin. So I'm sorry I can't go live tonight, but I have pre-recorded this video for you guys. I've already made a bit of a custom card for a friend, and I've got to make another one. It's actually for the same person, but from, one's from one side of the family and one's from another. So I got given sort of colours and things that they would like, and so what I've done is I've pre-cut a card base here out of Coastal Cabana, and this measures 14.5 centimeters by 21. So I've used the kind of nearly the full size of an A4 piece of cardstock. If you're doing this in inches, just fold your card in half, and it should be fine. The ratio might be a little bit different, but it should be fine. Then I cut out with Bermuda Bay a piece from using the stitched rectangle dies, the largest one, and then I've cut another piece slightly smaller, the one lower down, in Coastal Cabana. Then I have made really good use of these really pretty dies here. These are the designer tags dies, and they have a range of different little tags and bits and pieces in there, a really cute butterfly, and this lovely textured kind of like background that you can then team up with this here. And so what I want to do is make the word mum the focal point. So for those of you in America, that's mom, I can't do an Australian accent, so I'm not even going to try it. But anyway, so you can say mum in whatever way you is your local way of saying it, and that's going to go on there. And then this is the kind of the plan for where it's going to go. I have cut out a few little bits and pieces, and thinking might just do a bit of decor here and there. I've also got Queen Bee here and thought it would be nice to do some stamping before this all gets stuck down. So let's get out this fabulous stamp. Got this lovely floral, and then also the texture one. And just grab a quick block, and I've just realised I need to clean these. I'll be back. Alright, so I just want to put a little bit of pattern on here. It doesn't need to be too dark, so I'm actually using Coastal Cabana ink onto Coastal Cabana cardstock. So I'm just going to stamp here and there. And just going to bring back that panel because that's going to be sitting there like so. Do that like that. So it's very subtle, nothing too crazy. And then this little bit of texture. Okay, that looks good. Happy with that. So sometimes when I make cards, I tend to make a panel that will then stick onto the card base. And so work on the panel and then stick it all on. But this time I'm actually just going to stick everything straight on because I've only got this slightly smaller panel this time. So let's get some gorgeous Tombow on here. That's going to stick nice and well. Pop that there. So hello everybody who are watching. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you're having a good day. Please remember, if you're inspired by anything that you see on my videos, I'd love to see anything that you've made after being inspired. So do head to Artful Stampin Space, which is a Facebook group, and go and have a look at all the other gorgeous creations people have done using inspiration from my channel. Right, so that's going to go down on there. then I've got my 3 labels, and I'm thinking I might stick those using some dimensionals in a second, or maybe even put a piece of cardstock behind them. But to stick these gorgeous kind of like lacy tags down, I'm just trying to put the glue where they're not going, it's not going to seep through. So layer that on there like so. Come on, stay. I think I'm going to cheat and just grab a block. Just stick that on top. Make sure it sticks. So as you can see, it cuts out this really pretty, almost daisy-like pattern, and just creates a really nice texture. And you can see the colour through if you're sticking it onto the tag that matches. Right, stick that there. And the letters that I'm using, I'm afraid, again, are a retired alphabet set. But we do have something very, very similar in the mini catalogue. They're a little bit thinner, but they're very similar. Maybe not quite as high either. Not similar at all. No, I'm joking. No, they are similar. They're just not exactly the same. So if you're wanting to find some nice letter dies, we do have a set in there. Right, I'm just going to let those set. Right, stay there. Okay. Right, now the other thing that I want to put on here is, so I'm going to have the word mum, M-U-M. So let's just lay that out. I've also pre-cut, now I've got to find them all. I have pre-cut 65. Oh no, don't tell me I've lost. Oh, there it is. There it is. Phew. And I thought I could stick it on this little cute tag. And this tag also comes in that set. It's very, very cute. So let's put that on there. So the glimmer paper that I've used to cut these letters out are from a pack that was in clearance. I'm not sure if it's still available. Let me just check that. I actually got it in the clearance because I love a bit of glimmer paper and I like having lots of different colours to hand. The other colour that was available in that pack was this one, a pink, really nice pink. I think it was called, I just remembered the name of it, Supple Shimmer. It was a really odd name for a pack. But anyway, Supple Shimmer. I don't know if it was meant to be subtle and someone spelt it wrong. But anyway, it was meant to be, it said supple. Right, oh, have I stuck that down already? Have I got, ooh, got a bit of wiggle room to get that underneath. Just going to cut off the stems there. See if I can get that under. Ooh. May as well use them. Sometimes when you're cutting out a whole heap of dies, die cuts, and you've got some spare little scraps of paper, it's worth just cutting some extras while you're there. You know, if you're running your machine through, you may as well. There we go, just a bit of extra detail. Because these special cards, you know, when you're making them for special birthdays and things, it's nice to get that bit of extra detail there. All right, so got that happening. Now, the other thing I thought would be nice is if I punch out some little flowers, and I do have the new Petal Park punch here, and this tiny little flower is ever so cute, and once you've shaped it up a bit as well, it looks really great. You know what, let's move that out of the way because I'm making a mess here. So I'll just cut out a few of these. Right, that's what it looks like. Get rid of my mess. half one. No, don't want that one. Right, 5 will do. And I know this lady likes a bit of bling, so I'm just going to put a little bit of, well, not a little bit, I'm actually just going to cover it with STELLA before shaping them. And I'll probably put a nice blingy gem or something in the middle to make these stand out. So there we go. And I was thinking of cutting out some nice little leaves. I'm wondering whether to do that with this paper. Anyway, I'm going to start assembling it, because until I actually assemble it, I don't know where I need everything. So I'm going to stick my letters on, but I'm going to use dimensionals for the actual tags to give them a bit of height. Right, you know what? I think you should go back under there for a moment. There we go. It's like they're in timeout over there, isn't it? Not really, you're not in timeout. You're going to come out in a minute. You just need to calm down. I remember reading about what's called positive timeout, because I think sometimes timeout with children can be used in quite a negative way, can't it? And people end up forgetting that they put their children in timeout, and the poor child is sitting there traumatized. But positive timeout is a place where you put children to help them calm down before they've become naughty or done something a little bit too boisterous and hurt somebody. You notice when they're starting to, their tempers are starting to rise, or they're getting a bit loud, and you just go, right, let's just go and calm down a little bit. And you don't call it timeout then, you just call it something else, but it's not a punishment, it's a, you know, just a place to calm. And I think sometimes as adults, we sometimes need to recognise that in ourselves, isn't it? When we are getting a bit upset about something, we need to put ourselves in positive timeout. And, you know, it helps just to calm down a little bit. Right, so I'm going to use my favourite flower making tool, which is the top of my Tombow. Look at that. Great for just shaping the flowers slightly. Make them go from flat to ba-ba-boom or shoo-doo-doom. I don't know, I'm making up noises now. Makes them look a little bit more special, doesn't it? There we go. Right, are you ready to come out and play? There we go. I think so. They're ready. Just move those out of the way. So let me just double check, because I want to fit that on somewhere. So I just check the heights of all these. Oh, got to move that one over a little bit. You know what, I'm just going to put this right in the middle. I'm just going to use my grid paper. This is where grid paper really comes into use. So I know that that line there is the middle. So I can eyeball that down. So that's now in the middle. Great. That can go there, that can go there, and that can go. I think just on the edge there is nice, because then we've got that pale blue still showing through there. Oops, sorry. I'll just scoot out a little bit. There we go. And I probably have got some nice, something pretty that I can, excuse me, pop into there. I'm just going to tear a little bit of this. This is that lovely what's it called? Oh, I've forgotten what this is called now. Mesh stuff. It's in the annual catalogue. Anyway, I'm just going to fold that over. because we're kind of going for a kind of silvery, glittery look here. And the lady who I'm making this for, apparently she loves her bright colours. So, oh no, I can't find the oh dear. Right, there we go. Pop that on there. And then these bits I could actually just, if I tear this like scruffy tear. Oh my word, doesn't want to do it. Fine, I'll snip you instead. I could stick those underneath my floral areas. It is meant to be scruffy. Okay, there we go. And that can be like a little background shimmer to my wee little flowers. Oh, I'm sure there's another one. Where's it gone? Oh, that one I didn't cut. Oh, there's two there. But I think actually we've got that butterfly that could sit down there. And I could do another one of these. Cute! Alright, I think we're ready to roll. Let's get the dimensionals out. It's all in the dimension. All in the dimension. So has anyone had to make a special card recently for a special birthday? What sort of things do you put on special birthday cards that's a bit different from the norm? Do you tend to put metallics or extra bling? What sort of things do you guys do? Please let me know in the comments. Love to know. Oh, just thought I could put some little bits of silver in the top of there. Pop a little bit. Oh no, actually, no, it doesn't go through. Okay, forget that. Nope, not doing that. Did have the bright idea, but no, not going to work. I need to actually put a hole in it. And now I'm getting on with the sticking. I don't really want to do that. So, right, where's my pokey tool? I'm getting the hang of this. I never used to do it this way, but I'm finally learning how to use my pokey tool for getting off the dimensional backings. Right, I'm going to line that up in the middle again. And this has got to go. Oh, Ruth, no, can't have that. Move over. There we go. So this has got to go in the middle. Like so. Right, holding my breath, holding my breath. There we go. Right, that's on. Right, let's quick get it on, get it on. Oh dear. Right, let's do these ones at the same time. Yeah, let me know in the comments what do you do for those extra special cards, and you know, how long would you take over a card? I mean, I know some people take quite a few hours. If they're doing like really super fancy pop-up things, they can take days. Oh, I've just realised that's actually wonky. Just going to lift that. See, it's because I was sitting down to put it down and I couldn't quite see what I was doing. There we go. Right, I'm going to stand up now to do this one because I couldn't quite see. There we go. Yeah, obviously I pre-cut some of these elements before I came on to do the video, so I don't know, I would say that added about half an hour to to the process. I like to try and give you guys some timings because I don't want you to assume that these sort of cards just come together in a few minutes. I get really frustrated on TV or on watching video tutorials where they'll go, oh, it'll only take a minute. It'll only take a minute. And I am the world's worst at miscalculating time. And it gets me into a lot of trouble because I might say to my husband, oh, it'll only take me 5 minutes to do something before leaving the house. And actually it doesn't. It takes way longer. And so I've tried to learn to properly figure out how long things take me to do. Because, yeah, I often go, oh, it'll only take me 5 minutes. And actually, no, it doesn't. It takes me, you know, even if it took 10 minutes or 15 minutes, that's still a miscalculation on the time. So I don't want you to think that these sort of cards just sort of somehow come together, and I might just stick that one there and put a bit of silvery stuff behind it. You know, you do have to set aside some time if you are making detailed cards. All right, I'll come back to that because I haven't quite decided what I'm doing. As you can see, I'm not actually sticking the mesh down. I'm just putting the mesh onto my card and I'm sticking the dimensional through it. And it's, oh, that one's not going to work. Is that not going to work? What's going on here? I can't seem to get my backing off. I think I must have put the backing on wrong. Right, so let's put that in the bin straight away so I don't get confused. Right, start again. Try that one. Yes, that works. All right, let's pop that there. That one. And I've kind of deliberately gone for these bigger dimensionals, even though you could maybe get away with a smaller one. Actually want to make sure that the flowers really do stick down properly. Right, so that's going to go... Actually, I'm wondering whether to put the butterfly up there, because then we've got that through line. That's better. Yeah, so we've got sort of things in each corner, but they're not exactly the same. I can't cope with symmetrical, you know, like really super symmetrical. Right, let's get rid of that. And it's okay if you don't use everything that you prepped for, you know. Right, lovely. Loving that. So let's get on and, ooh, got a bit of a gooey end to my glue. I'm actually going to stick that down. Oh, if the glue will work. Come on. Don't do this to me. Got a bit of scrap. If your glue is not forthcoming, for goodness sake, do not overly squeeze it over the top of your work, because there's nothing worse than getting a great big blob of glue onto your work after you've just spent an hour making it. So there we go. See, if that had got onto my work, I would have been very, very sad. So let's just spread that out a bit. I'm just going to tap my butterfly in the glue. Make sure I've got some on there. And then lay that down with my little picky tool. Hold that there for a moment. Right, I think we do need a little bit of bling, and I have got some of these left over from last year. I think these would look gorgeous, just really subtle. In the flower centres. Oop, right, over you. I think that's fairly central. I'm wondering whether to put a little bit more of the Winker Stella just around the edge here. Just brush it along there. Oh, that butterfly moved. Did you see that? Cheeky. Just going to have to hold that there for a second longer, I think. Right, yeah, just putting a bit more wink across there. May even put a bit of a winky splatter. A little bit of sparkle and shine across there. There we go. Right, I think that's it. Hopefully you're going to stay. I will put a basic white layer inside ready for the person to write their message. But I think that is it. So there we go. My Mum 65 card, and I will list all the current product that, well, actually I'll try and list all the products, because you can sometimes pick up retired products secondhand, but we definitely can get hold of at the moment. This is January 2023. Designer tags dies 159165. The rectangle framelets. Oh, actually, I can't give you the number for this because I think the number has changed. But if you just type in rectangle stitched framelets, I'll put the link in the description. Sorry, the title, proper title in the description for that one. Those have retired as well. And I used the honeybee stamps with Coastal Cabana. So queen bee. So used that one and that lovely floral. Coastal Cabana, and used Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay cardstock. So that was super fun. I loved how that came together. Really nice and very effective. Pow! Lots of love to you all. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to catch you guys again live very soon in the next few days. Take care. Bye.